92 KQRS with a 70s classic there from Kansas. Here's a tune from Stevie Ray Vaughan.
The sky.
92 KQRS.
'92 KQRS, the Eagles from Hotel California. Classic from Cream right before that. This is Mei Young. Hanging in there. How about you? If you're working, give me a buzz. Let me know. We'll hang together. 989-ROCK or 989-ROLL. You can fax in, too, if you like. 542-9292. Keep in mind, KQ playing tons of blues all week long. Plenty of blues cuts on the radio. We also bring you 2 hours of the blues every single Sunday night. Starting at 9 o'clock, it's the House of Blues. That's followed by Blues Deluxe at 10. And at 11, we give you the KQ Classic Concert. This week it's Santana, recorded live in San Diego back in 1990. Then after that, I hope you join me for KQ Homegrown. It's a live show that puts the focus on original music from local artists. And this week, Mick Sterling and also members of the Straw Dogs and the Senders are going to be in studio to perform live and also to talk about KQ's New Year's Eve bash coming up at the Radisson from Heineken and from KQ. That's going to be a fun time. 3 great bands. And once again, happening at the Radisson South in Bloomington. If you want to go, I've got your tickets. So give me a buzz at 989-ROCK or ROLL. Good luck. And stay right here. I've got another long stretch of music coming up next.
We recently learned that...
Congratulations to Mark Windick of Minneapolis. Just picked up a pair of tickets to KQ's New Year's Eve bash featuring Mick Sterling, also the Straw Dogs, and the Senders at the Radisson South Hotel in Bloomington. Back into another hour of classic and new rock. We've got the latest from the Rolling Stones coming up. Also Steely Dan, Dire Straits, CCR, and off the Division Bell, here's Pink Floyd, KQ 92. 92 KQRS, Aerosmith from Toys in the Attic, some Dire Straits right before that, and we also heard a classic from CCR. This is Mei Young. Looking forward to that big New Year's Eve bash at the Radisson. It's going to be a great time, featuring Mick Sterling and the Stud Brothers, also the Straw Dogs and the Senders. And again, New Year's Eve falls on Wednesday this year. So we'll see you out there. If you're looking for a hotel package, call the Radisson South in Bloomington, and they can hook you up. Music is lined up from the Rolling Stones. We're going to hear the latest off their Bridges to Babylon CD. Also the Talking Heads, the Grateful Dead, Steely Dan is next. And I'll let you know about the KQ satellite weather forecast, too.
Why is...
Here's a look at the KQ satellite weather forecast. Mostly cloudy. May see some flurries yet this afternoon. Cold then tonight. Partly cloudy. Low down around 8. Tomorrow some increasing clouds and chance of some afternoon snow showers once again. And a high of 30. Mostly cloudy. Right now we are at 30. Minneapolis, St. Paul. Here's a tune from Steely Dan off their Countdown to Ecstasy CD. My Old School on KQ 92. Saint of Me, latest from the Rolling Stones from their Bridges to Babylon CD. KQ 92, the best new and the best classic rock. Here's one from the Talking Heads. Here's another hour of classic and new rock. Some Corey Stevens on the way. Also, Bob Seger, we're going to hear from the Beatles and John Mellencamp. Some deep Supertramp coming up. And here's one from Elton John on 92 KQRS. The Beatles on 92 KQRS. Here's one from John Mellencamp. 92 KQRS, Supertramp from their Crime of the Century CD. Some John Mellencamp before that. And also the Beatles. Gotta say congratulations out to Mike Erickson of Golden Valley. Took a a chance and won a week-long heat retreat tropical vacation in Puerto Plata. KQ92, MLT Vacations, and Fox 29 are giving away week-long warm weather trips for two every single workday until the end of January. We're handing out 92 trips in all to great tropical destinations like Jamaica, like Puerto Plata, like Acapulco, and Tampa. Just listen to Tom Bernard in the KQ Morning Show every weekday for the KQ Artists of the Day. When you hear 3 in a row by that artist later on KQ, be caller 92 to pick up an all-expense-paid tropical vacation adventure for two in Puerto Plata on the Caribbean. You can also catch the KQ Artist of the Day on Seinfeld, weekdays, 6 p.m., Fox 29. Today, we are doing this, so listen up for 3 in a row from Bob Seeger, and you can pick up a heat retreat tropical vacation adventure. We are giving them away every single workday from MLT Vacations and from KQRS. Music lined up from Jackson Brown. We're going to hear past and present pair from him. Also, some Doobie Brothers, Boston, Led Zeppelin, Greg Allman solo next, and I'll tell you about the KQ satellite weather forecast.
How irresistible.
It's a December to remember.
KQ satellite weather, mostly cloudy, some flurries possible today. Cold tonight, partly cloudy, low down around 8. And then tomorrow, clouds and chance of some more afternoon snow showers and a high of 30. Flurries right now, we are at 30, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Got a past and present pair from Jackson Brown coming up, and right now, I'm No Angel. Greg Allman, 92 KQRS. 92 KQRS. Supposed to be in the middle of a past and present pair here from Jackson Brown. I did promise you that new one. So here it is. The Next Voice You Hear. That's the title cut from Jackson's new CD on KQ92. 92 KQRS Boston, and Jackson Brown before that. Great new tune, The Next Voice You Hear. Well, this is Mei Young, and I gotta fess up. I'm high on Dayquil. My machine operating skills are fading, and I only have 2 hours to go, so I'm gonna hang in there. Give me a buzz, 989-ROCK, 989-ROLL, or you can fax me 542-9292. Keep in mind, we play tons of blues on KQ throughout the week. We also bring you 2 hours of the blues every single Sunday night, starting at 9 o'clock. It's House of Blues. That's followed by Blues Deluxe at 10. And then at 11, the KQ Classic Concert. This week it's Santana, recorded live in San Diego back in 1990. And then after that, I hope you'll join me for KQ Homegrown. It's a live show that showcases original music from local artists. This week, Mick Sterling and also members of the Straw Dogs and the Senders are going to be in the studio, not only performing live, but also talking about the KQ New Year's Eve Bash coming up next Wednesday at the Radisson. That's from Heineken and from KQ92. Speaking of the Bash, if you want to go and go for free, then be the 20th caller right now, 989-ROCK or roll. Good luck. Up next on KQ, another long stretch of tunes.
Chopper City Sports in Fredericton.
Congratulations to Mark Jacobs from Anoka. Very, very excited guy. He said he was going to go even though he couldn't afford it after Christmas, but there you go. Congratulations, Mark. He's going for free. To the KQ New Year's Eve Bash with Mick Sterling, the Straw Dogs, and the Senders. So we'll have more of those to give away between now and then. Right now, another hour of classic and new rock with some Joe Cocker on the way. Also, Journey, new stuff from Matchbox 20. And here's a classic from Led Zeppelin, 92 KQRS. From the Cradle, that's Eric Clapton on 92 KQRS. Here's one from Joe Cocker. 92 KQRS, 3 a.m., that's Matchbox 20. You can find it on their CD yourself or Someone Like You. Some Journey before that. And we also heard from Joe Cocker. This is Mei Young. If you are looking for something to do on New Year's, there's just tons of stuff happening, including KQ's New Year's Eve Bash with Mick Sterling in the Stud Brothers Horn section. Also, the Straw Dogs and the Senders. It's happening on Wednesday night this year. This is when New Year's Eve falls. At the Radisson South in Bloomington. Also, Matthew Ryan will be performing that night on the KQ stage at the Roy Wilkins Auditorium for a Capital New Year. It's the downtown St. Paul New Year's celebration. And there are passports available still for only $8 through Ticketmaster and that includes the entrance to that Matthew Ryan concert. For complete information on concerts and where to find music in the metro area, you can call the KQ Concert and Event Line, 881-INFO, extension 92, or check out our website at 92KQRS.com. That's from Rolling Rock Beer and from KQ. Right now, I have a 4-pack of passports to that a Capital New Year's celebration in St. Paul, and they'll go out to caller 20 right now. So dial up 989-ROCK or 989-ROLL, and good luck. I'll be back to get us into another long stretch of music. In fact, this will be a full hour commercial-free. That's coming up next.
How
Congratulations to Del Alloway from Bloomington. Just scored tickets to St. Paul's A Capital New Year. He's going to go see Matthew Ryan on the KQ stage, which is at the Roy Wilkins Auditorium. Back into the tunes, another hour of classic and new rock. Some Van Halen lined up. Also Stephen Stills. We're going to hear from Pink Floyd and the Eagles. And to kick off a full hour commercial-free, here's one from the Rolling Stones on KQ. Making our way through a full hour commercial-free 92 KQRS. Here's a classic from Stephen Stills. Classic Pink Floyd going out to Jeff from Northeast Minneapolis. Thanks a lot for checking in. Keeping it going through a full hour commercial-free KQ 92. Here's one from the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. With Mac from their latest CD, The Dance, on 92 KQRS. We're making our way through a full hour commercial-free with a classic here from Tom Petty. 92 KQRS. Here's one from Golden Earring. 92 KQRS, Golden Earring from their Moontan CD. Before that, it was Dire Straits, and also a classic from The Doors. This is Mei Young. Got to thank you for all the calls and all the faxes this afternoon. Kathy, in fact, a couple of birthdays, including Kathy, who faxed in. It's her 35th birthday, and sounds to me like she's at work at Blaine True Value Hardware. Thanks a lot for the fax this afternoon. Also got to say happy birthday to Crystal in Andover, celebrating her 24th. I believe she's also working. Steve checked in from Sprint in Minneapolis. Todd from S&S in Waconia. Mitch over at Minor Ford in New Brighton. Tom at Trendex Incorporated in St. Paul. Scott at Suttle's Car Wash in Crystal. Yeah, they're open today. They said maybe 7 cars have gone through. Good thing you stayed open today, huh? Tavern on Grand, also Brad and the crew over there. Grand Avenue in St. Paul sent in a fax. Thank you very much. You can keep them coming if you'd like. 542-9292 is the fax number. Studio lines are open at 989-ROCK or 989-ROLL. We've got some REM coming up. Also, the Steve Miller Band. We're going to hear from CCR and Rush. Eric Clapton, classic Beatles next. And I'll let you know about the updated KQ satellite weather forecast. So hang on.
Chopper City.
Here's a look at the KQ satellite weather forecast. The updated version, partly sunny for this afternoon. Colder tonight and partly cloudy with a low down into the single digits above 0. And then for Saturday, increasing clouds and a chance for some afternoon snow and a high of 30. Partly cloudy right now. We are at 33 Minneapolis, St. Paul. Here's a classic from the Beatles on 92 KQRS. REM on 92 KQRS. Here's a tune from the Steve Miller Band. 92 KQRS, Rush off their Moving Pictures CD. That's Tom Sawyer. CCR before that, and we also heard from the Steve Miller Band. Keep in mind, KQ plays many, many blues cuts throughout the week. We also bring you 2 hours of the blues every single Sunday night, starting at 9 o'clock. It's House of Blues. That's followed by Blues Deluxe at 10, and then at 11, we give you the KQ Classic Concert. This week it's Santana, recorded live in San Diego back in 1990. And after that, I am inviting you to check out KQ Homegrown. It's a live show with me, Mei Young. We put the focus on original music from local artists. So we showcase local artists on KQ Homegrown. This week, it's Mick Sterling and also members of the Straw Dogs and the Senders performing live and talking about KQ's New Year's Eve Bash coming up at the Radisson. That's from Heineken and from KQ. So tune in Sunday nights on KQ. Ray Eric is going to take over next, and he was going to be kicking off our weekend, which is a block party weekend, and he's He's also still got the Artist of the Day coming up. Listen for 3 in a row from Bob Seger later on this afternoon, and you could be a winner with Ray. Up next, another long stretch of tunes. Don't go away. Here's another hour of classic and new rock. Ray Eric taking over from here. The Who is lined up, also some new B.B. King, along with Tracy Chapman, one of the people doing a duet with B.B. on his new Deuces Wild CD. Got some Mellencamp on the way. Deep Purple, and I'll leave you with Eric Clapton on 92 KQRS.